And you kind of want to know the history of the Camogo. Well, 10 years ago, a lady by the name of Rhonda Harrell called me and my brothers up and asked permission to use the name Camogo to form a Mardi Gras crew in Plaquemine. They wanted to form a parade crew. So we had given them permission. Camogo comes from a family name of the Cumos and the Gautreaux. They got together to build a party room, and the party room was named, my mama named it the Camogo Room. So that's where they have all the family parties. So that was the origination of the name Camogo. So Rhonda formed the crew and got us involved to start the parade. So our first year, we worked hard at it, and we rented floats from New Orleans, and we ended up having like 10 or 11 floats, and it was a pretty good success. Weather was bad, of course, and then from that year, the second year, we rented again, and it grew a few more floats, and it looked like the interest was going to get better. So what we did was, I decided if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right. And from that point on, we started building, after the second parade ended, we started building our own floats. And along the way, we made some mistakes here and there, trying to get things figured out, but we finally got it figured out, and we've progressed since that point. The first year, we had built 13 floats, and now we're up to 27 after 8 years. This is our 8th year coming up. We've had some great support throughout the community. We've had people that helped us with these floats, and it's been a big success on the road. We just having a problem with our weather. Well, I researched the history of Mardi Gras and then did a lot of history into other floats. Endymion. I've actually, I know Mr. Dan that runs Endymion, so when we was building the floats, I never built a float before, so I actually went to Endymion, and Mr. Dan showed me around their floats and got some tips on what to do, how to do it, and we kind of go from there. We pick up props, we refurbish old props, we build our own props, we have new props built, and we kind of just come up with designs. Some of the stuff we built, like I knew I wanted to build this paddle wheel. I wanted a paddle wheel, and we got that. We got a trolley car. Some of our signature floats will never change, but some of the other floats, we just come up with a different design every year. Like we got a golfer in the back. Well, next year it won't be a golfer, it'll be something else. It might be Elvis or Marilyn Monroe or something like that. I do want to say the military aircraft was a big support of Terry Hebert. We did that one because he built the float for us. It was his honoring his brother, who was a veteran in the Air Force. And we came up with a design of the aircraft carrier because he was in the Air Force, and he did a lot of help for us on that float. And well, we picked the train for Santa Claus because Polar Express. That's the best thing I could go with. I mean that was perfect. We was going to do a sleigh and reindeers for Santa Claus, but the sponsors that come out and sing the floats, they loved the idea of the Polar Express, and that's where we got that from. Well, that's a typical Christmas design on the float, and the prop was made to match their logo. So we made that special for them, and the paint job is just for the generic Christmas. And we have a great artist, Crescent City artist out of New Orleans. We have a great guy that builds some props, Corridor Studios out of New Orleans. So we got some help. I mean, it's costly, but we want to do it right. All of our floats have all LED lights. We don't have any incandescent bulbs on the floats. They're well lit. They're clean. We try to keep them clean, try to keep them safe. The Kiwanis Parade, I think this is our 3rd or 4th year with Kiwanis. They used to use some floats from New Orleans also, and they wasn't happy with them. So I think that's what made them come to us. And once they've seen them, they like what they've seen. And we're happy to serve them, and I think it's a great deal. It's a great deal.